Okay, this is the Gem or Generalmusic DSK 100. DSK stands for Digital Stereo Keyboards. It's from the late 80s, as you can see on the EEPROMs. 1988. That one too. And that one too. Well, as we are here on the main board, you can see what happens. The color of death. The nickel battery has started leaking, but the keyboard is still sort of working. Thing that doesn't work is the volume slider. It only works when you put it to almost maximum, and well, below 75% it does nothing, and from 75 to 100% it works. Well, it's on this board, but someone's been here. There's some soldering, I don't know, I'm gonna check that. Of course the keypad is out, it's here. And it has the same style contacts as the Novo Piano DP20 from the other video. These look quite alright. They look a bit shiny, a lot shinier than the ones in the DP20 anyway. But all the keys work. Some of them are a little less loud than others, but I tested them, they all work. So first things first, let's get this bad boy out. For that I'll screw out the whole main board so we can check the rest as well. So this is what the back of the board looks like. These are the battery. This is one of the terminals of the battery. It's two legs, but it's actually one terminal, and this is the other one. Look how this has corroded the PCB, but I don't know if some traces are broken or not, but I'll clean it up first. I think I can clean it with some vinegar. Okay, the rest of the board appears in very good condition. No bad connections, good soldering, even the input and output plugs all soldered nice. And what I really like is that the DC input jack has its own screws, so it doesn't stress the board mechanically, if you catch my drift. So this is the battery, and the side that's facing upwards with the single leg is the negative. Okay, I soldered two wires to the battery terminals, and this black wire you see over here is a repair, because the trace over here is, well, it's not gone, but it was bad, so I repaired it. And this is the positive terminal, and I connected it to the next soldering point on the board. The power supply didn't work, and it smelled hot. It appears the mains cord is broken. So let's repair that. Okay, so the battery is out. There's a wire here, black and red, and we can put the battery over there. When it starts leaking over there, it doesn't damage the board anymore. well, it's mostly artificial damage now. So let's see if the keyboard works again. Before we test it, there was a problem with the headphones jack. The left speaker didn't connect to the amplifier anymore. So there's something wrong with the plug. So for now I bypassed it with a wire. So, well, power's on. There is something on the display, but the display is not so bright to read. So we'll look at that. We'll look into that later. Well, as you can see, we have no keys yet. So let's play the demo. Now you know why they call it a stereo keyboard. It's really stereo. So as you can see, the keys are back in. All 61 of them, and they work. They're dynamic. They work very well. What doesn't work very well is are all of the push knobs in the panel. As I press this one, oh, this one works. This one obviously doesn't. So, yes, if I wiggle it a bit, then it works. But some of them don't even work when I wiggle them. So they need a lot of, it needs a lot of time and some contact cleaner. And that would take care of that. And when I open up the whole thing for that, I can have a look at the display, why it's so faded. The other thing that still has to be done is, of course, the volume slider that I mentioned before. So this is the position in which it works. And from this to max. But if I put it lower than that, there's no sound at all. So a new slider has been ordered and I will put it in as it comes in. I don't know if I'm going to make, if and when I'm going to make a follow-up video on that. But until then, the keyboard is playable and I think that's the most important part.